Hey y'all, welcome back to Let's Chat. So, today I have a lot of things to go over. First off, I just got out of the shower, and though I may look sickly and a little bit weird, I've never felt more clean, girl. I feel so clean and refreshed. So, don't take this away from me and don't perceive me as looking bad. Perceive me as I am looking cleaner than ever. Alrighty, next thing. I filmed. You know, the way this episode came to be is actually really beautiful, and I really hope that it goes well. Because let me walk you through something. So yesterday, okay, I filmed an entire episode, and after I finished filming it, I was like, that was so good. I feel great about this. I loved it. I was funny. I said good things. I was very concise and organized. And then I finished filming, and it didn't work. It didn't work. Like, the video didn't film, or whatever the fuck. I don't know. I have the audio. I don't have the video. And I still may, upload it to Spotify, but I can't put it on YouTube, unfortunately. Well, I probably will just scrap the episode. But, you know what's really ironic and funny is literally for 20 minutes in the beginning of the episode, I talked about how I've been having bad luck recently. And I literally said in the video, I was like, watch this video not even work because of my bad luck. And oh, it did. So then I was like, okay, why don't I make an episode about bad luck? Because I got a lot to say about it. I got a lot, okay? Here's the thing. Sorry, that weird mouth noise. I unfortunately deal with a little bit of bad luck sometimes, and it always comes in waves, right? And I try not to dwell on the bad luck thing because things happen for a reason, okay? There is a reason that the video stopped working, okay? It was my computer. Something happened with my computer. So it's not just the universe sending me bad luck. Obviously, there are reasons that things happen. But when it tends to be all these things at once, it can really feel like just a big burst of bad luck the universe is sending me. And sometimes I can dwell on that. And I do want to just lay in bed because I'm like, I don't want to go out in the world whenever any bad thing could happen to me and I will have bad luck today, which is an awful way of thinking. And I'm trying to work out. I'm trying to get out of the whole self-pity, the universe is against me type of mindset. So I'm persevering through this little spurt of bad luck, but it can be overwhelming sometimes. Because like I said, there's reasons these things are happening, right? It's not all of these bad luck-y type things that have been happening. There are reasons for every single thing that's happened. It's just when it's in a burst of a bunch of things at once, I tend to be like, okay, what's up? What's going on? What did I do? What is the bad karma that I deserved for for all these things to happen to me at once? And that's very self-pity-y, oh my god, no. Okay. But still, it makes me sit back and wonder, what's going on? What's going on? Is Mercury in retrograde? I think I saw a TikTok that Mercury is in retrograde. I could be wrong, and I don't really know what that even means if I'm being completely honest, but I feel like that's a thing that really affects people. I don't know even what it means. I'm gonna do my research after this episode. I could have fully just lied through my teeth. I don't know if it's actually happening right now. I think I saw one TikTok about it and I was like, oh, I'm a Libra. Libras rise. Comment down below if you're a Libra. I stand with you, my indecisive girlies. But I'm just gonna walk you through the bad luck if I'm gonna be honest. I just really need to talk about it. Okay. It all started on Friday. Today is Sunday. So it's just been a weekend. It's been a weekend. And trust me, I've done worse. I've had worse happen. These are all minute little tiny things that literally are, in the grand scheme of things, the tiniest issues in the world. They are not even bad at all to a greater extent of the world, but also to me, that's how, I've had way worse of luck and bad things happen, okay? It's just more recent, so it Okay, I'm just gonna walk through it. Okay, I need to stop doing that. Friday. Okay, I was home for break, obviously, and I literally filmed an episode on Thanksgiving, which was Thursday. So the day before I needed my camera, I filmed an episode. Camera worked fine, worked great even. And Friday morning, I have a photo shoot, okay, for this beautiful couple whose family I love, who we've planned doing this engagement shoot for a while. And, I was going to make some money from it, which is not the biggest issue that came out of it, of me not making money. Honestly, it was way worse that I made this couple wake up early to shoot before I had to leave to come back because I had work at 3:30 and it's a 4-hour drive. Okay, so I was like, it was the only time we could do it. I was like, we'll get this photo shoot out of the way early. I'll head back home. Hopefully my car doesn't break down, because that always tends to happen whenever like shit's going bad, is my car just decides to break down for whatever reason. And yeah, so I get to the shoot. I take out my SD card from my camera to switch it with a different one. And then the new SD card will not fit in my camera. Will not fit. Which it's literally, that's never happened. And it's not like I tried every which way to put the SD card in the camera. I unlocked it. I locked it. I switched the SD card. So maybe it's just this SD card, even though I literally had this one in yesterday. I tried flipping. I tried to see if there's something stuck in my camera. Like, I tried everything that I could think of, and I had to cancel the shoot while they were standing outside in the cold while I was running back and forth from my car to them to figure it out. And I was not under the assumption that I did not know that they needed the pics like ASAP. So we talked, and then they were like, yeah, we can do it in 2 weeks when you come back. And I was like, great, I'm so sorry. And they needed the pics like ASAP, and I wasn't aware of that, and I felt so bad. I've never had to cancel a shoot while I'm at the shoot. Like, my camera's never had an issue. And that's an even bigger thing, is like, I haven't actually looked at my camera since, because I don't want to figure out if it's broken or not. I do not want to know. That is probably my most prized possession. Literally, in the last episode I uploaded, I was talking about how I want to grow my photography business more and how I'm excited to be doing that. And the one thing I need to have a photography business, a camera, really expensive camera that I got like 8 years ago and has literally lasted me this long. So I'm grateful it's lasted me this long. If it's broken, I don't know what I'm going to do. And it's probably, luckily, I feel like that's a problem that I could get fixed like at a shop or something. I don't know. I just haven't even touched it or looked at it because I don't want to figure out if it's broken or not. That's why I'm filming on this, by the way. I forgot to mention, I'm back on poo-poo pee-pee quality because of the camera issue. I don't want to figure out if it's broken or not. Yeah. So I was just like a little startled from that. And I was like, oh my god, I lost $200 and my camera's probably broken. And I made a couple go the extra mile for me and then didn't take their pictures. And they were so nice about it, of course. It's just, I felt awful. Oh my god, I felt so bad. Anyways, so I head home. I go to work at 3:30. I get to work. And I knew the day after Thanksgiving, I work at a restaurant, by the way, I'm a server. Okay, I knew the day after Thanksgiving it was going to be dead as a doorknob. Dead as a doorknob. I think that's the phrase. I knew it was going to be dead as a doorknob, okay? And like every year, whatever restaurant I'm working at, it's always like this. And it was dead. Okay, when I tell you, I had 2 tables in about a 6-hour shift, okay? Both tables tipped me crap. They tipped me horrible. And so I already was literally going to be leaving with like $15 actually, for like 6 hours of work. And of course, my hourly is like $2.50 as a server, like $2.50, because you're supposed to, make a lot of tips. And I haven't been doing that recently. So then my boss pulls me over and he's like, hey, I need to talk to you. And I was like, I was like, oh fuck. I was like, oh, what do you want to talk about, babe? What? And then he was like, basically a few weeks ago you put in someone's tip. Okay, like when you're as a server, when you're checking out, you're putting what people tipped you into the machine, with their order, you put the tips in. I put someone's tip in a different person's tip space. And they called the restaurant and were like, you charged me $11 that I didn't leave. And so the restaurant had to give them a refund. Therefore, I had to pay that $11, which is completely my bad. Once again, going back, there are reasons things are happening. Okay, it's not like the universe magically, no, I fully put the tip in wrong, and I hope I've never done that before. I don't think I've ever done that before. I'm usually pretty careful. Okay, but I did that wrong, and then I had to pay the $11, so I left with $4. I keep doing the singing, talking thing, which I think we kind of grew out of as a generation, but Caleb Huron, the love of my life, my favorite fucking comedian and influencer and whatever, I love him with every fiber of my being. He keeps doing, he does that all the time, the singing while talking thing, and I've, kind of adopted that, as I do with most personality traits of my favorite people on the internet. And he's making it cool again, because I feel like we used to do that, whenever, I feel like that was, a trend, I feel like a few years ago, but I'm, doing it again. I'm talking really fast this episode, I'm talking Trisha Paytas speed, I feel like, so my apologies. Anyways, so I left with $4, I was like, okay, awesome. And then the next day, Saturday, I had work at 10 a.m. So I go to work, and I had one table in about a 5-hour shift, and I made $9. And you may be wondering, why don't they just cut you? Why don't they just send you home? Oh, I lied. Saturday was not a 5-hour shift. It was a 3-hour shift. But still, you're maybe wondering, why don't they just send you home? Well, they do send people home, but there has to be at least 1 to 2 servers just there, just in case there's a rush. And I was one of them, and there just never was a rush, of course. So, anyways, I go home, whatever. And then, I made $13 in 2 days of working, and maybe $12 an hourly for 2 days, maybe. And then I get home last night. I film the episode I had briefly discussed earlier about bad luck for a little bit, and I had a different topic, but I'm going to save it for a different episode, because obviously I need to gear everything towards the topic at hand. And then the computer doesn't work. And then I wake up this morning. Okay, I have work again. I worked all weekend, by the way. I came home early to work all weekend, expecting, okay, I'm going home, I'm coming back here, at least I'm going to be making money. Yeah, I'm going to miss out on hanging out with my friends for a few more days, but I'm doing the responsible thing, okay? Because the old me would literally call in sick for all 3 days and just hang out with my friends, because I'd much rather do that. But I was like, no, I'm going to be responsible, and I'm going to be an adult, and I'm going to go to the job that I signed up for, and I'm not going to call in sick and make them hate me and not schedule me in the future because I don't want to work this weekend. No, I'm going to go to work, and I'm going to make money, at least, pay back what I might be missing emotionally from not hanging out with my friends while they're hanging out together. Okay, and then I make no money. And then I make $13, which I much rather would have just stayed at home. I spent more of that on gas to get back. Okay. Obviously, the logistics of that, I would have spent that anyways. Okay, anyways. I was like, where is my good karma? Okay, because, and sometimes in life, this is a good lesson. Sometimes in life, when we make the adult choices and the responsible choices, okay, we might not always get instant gratitude and instant payback. But I think it's going to come back to me one day in a good way. What? Maybe not this instance of me maybe making a different choice I wouldn't have made a while ago when I was a little bit in my irresponsible era. Maybe I wouldn't have made this choice a while ago, okay? And, maybe there's another more responsible choice I'm going to make in the future that I will get good karma for, and I will get the payback, or not even karma, just I'll get, positive reinforcements from it. And this was not one of them, but it's making me, realize I'm proud of myself for making this responsible decision, even though honestly, like, I wouldn't have lost anything by staying at home this weekend and just like being with my friends, but it'll come back to me in a good way, I feel like. Anyways, I worked today's Sunday, right? And I get to work and I start brewing the tea, okay, and I forget to put the spouts on the tea container. You know how it has the little lever that disperses the drink, okay, forgot to put that on, and I brew the tea, start it, walk away. I come back, I'm running around opening the restaurant, doing random things. I come back, the entire drink station floor is flooded and the tea is going directly onto the floor, and I was like, okay. Literally, like, I'm not even like, it would have, like, it wasn't like I walked away for a few seconds and came back and was like, oh my god, no, like, the entire tea brewed onto the floor. So I had to clean that up. And then I broke my nail, which all of these are so little things, like literally nothing, okay? And then I accidentally drank from a moldy cup. I don't even want to get into the details of that one. Like, you don't even care. You don't even know. But I drank from a moldy cup and I, like, almost threw up. It just, like, was, like, back-to-back little things. And then I just, like, realized, no, I don't really have, like, a big, like, honestly, realization that I have from all these little things. It's just, like, I wonder if karma's real. I wonder if the universe is real, like, being honest. Like, sorry to, not having the religion or spirituality talk here, but just, like, I wonder if, like, those things are real, because I feel like here's the thing. Okay, I thought of this instance where I truly had never had worse luck in my life, but then it became the best, like, something so good came out of it, which is a lesson in itself, because I'm like, maybe, like, I'm not, hey, I'm doing good, okay, I'm okay. All these little things did not matter that much, obviously. Like, I've had, the world has had way worse, I've had way worse, okay, and I'm going to tell you about the way worse, actually. So this summer, okay, I had an episode where I talked about college a few episodes ago, and I talked about how this past summer, the whole summer, I did not know if I was going to school or not, so I had no plan of my future. I thought I was going to have to live at home if it didn't work out. And then there was about 2 weeks, maybe a week and a half of the summer, the very end of summer, like right before school started, literally like 3 weeks before school started, I came to the realization, after a humbling financial aid package came through, and I was like, okay, I can't afford to go to school. I was like, okay, I don't know what I'm doing with my life, because I had spent all summer just working towards this one plan, and then it didn't work out, and I had no backup plan. And so then I spent 2 weeks just devastated, beside myself. Like, I literally was like, because I was gonna have to live at my friend's house for 6 months to a year, work like 3 different jobs, and want to die back in my hometown. Like, that was my worst nightmare. Not living at my friend's house, like, thank God she was gonna give me a home, but like, I just was like, it was literally just like worst nightmare. So for 2 weeks I was just like beside myself, and days leading up until when I had a financial aid call where I begged the financial aid office to give me more money so I can go to school. Before that, the 3 days leading up to that day were some of the worst days of my life. So besides all of this, like, kind of bigger picture bad thing happening, I woke up one day, drove somewhere, I don't remember, and my car breaks down. Like, a light started flashing. If you know me, you know how many car issues I have had in my lifetime. My car is literally, a few episodes, or one of my episodes, I talked about how, like, no regrets. I love to live by that. No regrets. I lied. One regret I have is buying my car that I have now, or getting the car I have now, I'm still paying it off, whatever. When I tell you, I could not even count how many times I've had to tow my car, replace a tire, get it fixed, I've put so much money into my car. It is far beyond what it's worth. Like it's worth nothing now. I tried to go into a dealership and like was humbled so quickly because I tried to like see if I could trade it in or something. It's worth like $3,000 to $4,000, and I have put endless amounts of money in my car. Endless amounts of money in my car. Okay, and I hadn't had a car issue in a good minute. I would say like 6 months is a good minute like 4 months is a good minute for me, okay? That's why I'm getting really nervous right now, is because like I haven't had a car issue in a while. So I'm like, when's it coming? When's something coming? Because every time, it's always at the worst time. Like my car breaks down, whatever. Okay, anyways. So I think I was going to the nail salon. I got to the nail salon, and I call my uncle. I'm like, hey, what is this flashing light? And he's like, turn off the car. It's going to blow up if you keep driving it. And I was like, oh, okay, awesome. And then I literally, like, when I tell you this time, I was in the mentality of like, nothing in my life fucking matters. I don't care if anything happens. I don't care what happens. Like, it was low. So I was getting my nails done, and I literally was sitting there like, while just like my car, I was like, I don't know how I'm going to get home. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I was like, I don't care. Anything bad can happen, and I'm just gonna get my nails done. Like, I came here for peace and my nails, and I'm just gonna let whatever bad shit happen. And so I'm like, I like do not give a fuck, because I genuinely was just such in the mindset of I don't give a fuck about anything, in a really sad way, not in like a I don't give a fuck like bad bitch way. No, like just like anything could happen. I didn't care. I'm like calling my dad. I'm like, hey, I think I need to tow my car. Like, it's not like Uncle JP or my uncle said like it will blow up if I keep driving it. So, yep, another thing, like did not care. And then obviously I had to call, get it towed, had to leave it, pay for it. And then it was about $600 worth of issues. Y'all, and then, okay, so there was like that whole thing. The next day, I wake up and I go to work at the job I was working at the time. And I get to work, and I had to Uber to work because of the car issues. And, spent like $20 to get there. And then they were like, there were scheduling issues, and I actually wasn't even supposed to work that day. And so then I'm like, oh, okay, awesome. And I woke up and my ring was really stuck on my finger, okay? And I was like, once again, did not give a fuck mentality. So I was just like, oh, okay. And I'm literally like sitting in a coffee shop after I like walked from my job to coffee shop, and I was just sitting there just like, I don't give a fuck. Like, if anything else happens, I don't care. And then I get home to my friend's house, and I'm like, oh, my finger's looking a little purple. And I'm showing my friend's mom, and she's trying to help me get it off. We try everything, and we try soaking it, and then my finger is like turning blue. And so then she has to take me to the ER, and I couldn't even drive myself because I didn't have my car. So literally my friend's mom had to drive me to the ER, and I had to get my ring removed, like cut off my finger. So there's that. And then oh my god, why can't I think? I just remember like these days were just like notoriously bad. Like, there were just so many things happening, and those are just a few little things I can think of. I don't even remember the rest of them. It was like comical. Like, it was comical at this point. Like, I remember my friends were like, what's going on? Like, why do so many like, and when I hear the term like bad things come in 3 or whatever, they were coming in 12 and 18, bitch. They were coming in prime. I was about to make a really stupid joke and it didn't even make sense. Fuck. Okay, anyways. They were coming in more than 3. And then I had a financial aid call, and I begged them for money, and then I got to go to I figured I could go to school, and so then everything was better, so whatever. So, luckily there was a light at the end of my tunnel, but it may not be the case for everyone. And there's been times in my life where there was no light at the end of the tunnel. Obviously, I'm good now, but like, it's easy to get wrapped up in all of the bad luck that may come our way. I don't know why I'm trying to get inspirational. I don't have answers. I don't have, honestly, much, like, I have a lot of knowledge on it, but I'm still trying to figure out how to navigate it. Because, what even is, like, okay, I feel like a lot of friends would classify me as an unlucky person. Like, it's just, I always have shit going on. Like, I always have shit going on, whatever it is. There are reasons for said things going on. Sometimes it's my own fault. Sometimes it's someone else's fault. Sometimes it's just things that happen. But when it's, like, so many things at once, just, like, constant, it's really easy for me to want to lay in bed for the whole day because I'm safe in my bed. Like, nothing bad can happen to me in my bed. Or I can't do anything bad in my bed. Like, I can't I can't fuck up if I'm just laying in bed on my phone. There's nothing that crazy or life-changing I can do or that can happen to me, right? And yeah, that's depression, I would say, a little bit, but honestly, like, there's times where it's just like the world is just against me, but there's just so much shit going on, and I'm just like, the only thing that doesn't scare me to do is lay in my bed. And I want to work out of that because, this weekend when it was just like a bunch of little things, once again, literally nothing crazy, but it just reminded me of how many times in my life it'll be like a few days of just like bad luck, just so many little things happening. And I'm like, how do I quit the, like, not, how do I learn to deal with the things that come my way, I guess, okay? And it made me realize I can't just, like, I have to push through these things. I can't dwell on them. I can't sit and lay in bed and be like, oh my God, everything sucks. Like, so many things happen. Or, like, it's just an unlucky day. Like, whatever. There are some days where, like, I'm okay with myself being like, it's just an unlucky day. Like, I just don't even want to deal with the day. Like, I don't even want to deal with it. But it's like, it's good to realize I need to push through all these little minute things that happen, because there has to be, what, I don't know if I fully believe in good or bad karma. I don't know if I fully believe in that stuff, but I want to, and I think it's a good way to live by, because it doesn't even have to be in a spiritual way. It can literally just be like, good things come to those who, like, learn from bad experiences, I guess. Like, by me pushing through these, like, little tiny bad things, or if there are bigger bad things happening, by me pushing through these things and still, like, continuing to live and, like, not dwell on them, or not lay in my bed, or not, hide from the world, or whatever it is. By pushing through these things, I learn and I gain from these experiences, and I learn from the bad things that are happening. So if it's good karma, if it's bad karma, if it's like, the universe sends me something good because I went through bad, or if it's just good things happen because I learned from the bad things, like, whatever it is, I feel deep down there has to be positive outcomes from bad, and maybe that's, wow, I sound like such a half glass full type of lady. Oh wait, is that the right one? Yeah, I feel like I sound like such a half glass full, and I'm not always this positive, but like I said, I'm trying really hard to be that. So, damn, I feel like there was more I had to talk about of, like, lucky and unlucky. I don't know, just comment down below if you're a person that, like, is kind of notoriously a bad luck person. Okay, like, if you just are, like, known for just, like, bad luck, just, like, shit happening all the time, or just, like, random occurrences, not even bad luck, just, like, what that friend that is just, like, they always got something going on, like, it's always like in the most casual way, like, oh yeah, just like my cat ran away and my cat ran away and I almost got in a car wreck, or I did get in a car wreck, and like my, just like those are bad examples, just like shit's just always happening and in the most casual way, just because they're so used to just shit happening. That's kind of me, if I'm being honest, and I'm ready to claim this title because I have people in my life that are like, hey, you just have really bad luck, and it's not, I want to get out of that because I don't want to be a bad luck person, because we're not, what even is luck? I keep circles is what I'm doing. I'm just going in circles of like restating the same things. But comment down below if you're that friend that just shit's always happening. Like, it's like, oh my god. Like, and it's exciting. It's exciting. What was I gonna say? It's exciting never knowing what's gonna happen, but it's also scary, and I wish I could feel security and comfort that random bad occurrences aren't gonna happen to me, but they do, and that's okay. And they're not just the universe sending bad things my way. Most times there's completely valid reasons for things to happen, some including my own fault, okay? So once again, I'm just doing circles here. All right, I think that's all I got for this episode. And yeah, hopefully this films and uploads. And I have a good episode and topic for the next one. So tune in for that. And thank you for listening if you're listening. And happy holidays if you celebrate. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving if you celebrate that. Love y'all.